Welcome to your favorite hour of the week. It's PGoRadio, your home for everything Pokemon Go. News, tips and tricks, community, and much, much more. So sit back, take a breath, because it's time to go, go, go.
And it's another episode of PGO Radio, episode 3, recorded on July 22nd, 2016. I'm Eric Fullerton.
And I'm Brent Copeland. And I'm ready to go, go, go.
Pokéy Dokie.
Pokéy Dokie, artichoke.
So, you ready to rock and roll?
I am. I think we're rocking right
Another
now.
week of exciting PGO Radio. So this week, I was able to pimp out the show to our Huntsville Facebook group and
Nice.
told a lot of people around town. Hopefully there's more Huntsvillians listening to this and maybe some more people around the whole world too.
Welcome, Huntsville and the world.
And
all
the
of you.
world. Even a guy tonight at the Hardee's drive-thru. We'll talk about that later. We do have some really cool stuff lined up for the show. We have some cool adventures. We have some Pokemail. After 2 episodes, we have people calling in. We have some emails. Really cool stuff there. So you get to hear some voices of
awesome.
our listeners and stuff. Also, some really good resources. Lots of stuff there. At the gym, we have some tips and tricks. Some good stuff to save you some time if you didn't know about these. And it goes on and on and on.
Sounds like some awesome stuff, Eric.
So let's start the show.
You know, if other people want to get involved, just like the people who are getting involved today, if they would want to do it, you know where they would go?
Where?
They would go to twitter.com/PGO Radio. If they wanted to leave a voicemail, they would just go to speakpipe.com/PGO Radio.
Okay.
And if they wanted to leave us an email, they just go to pgoradio@gmail.com and get involved with the show. We'll read your stuff, play it if it's audio, all that cool jazz.
Nice. And if you want a Dragonite right now, you have to drive down the street to the Publix. I hear it's really hopping tonight.
It's a hopping place. The Publix.
Yeah, right? There's like a ton of people out there at the grocery store, and they're catching really rare stuff. I don't know what's happening over there, but...
Did Publix pay them to do that?
I don't know what's happening. It's
Pulled
like
a
an
McDonald's
anomaly.
on 'em?
We thought about maybe packing up our gear and just recording in the car in the parking lot of Publix or something like that. I don't know, but we're starting to kind of discover what hot spots are around our town. I went out of town. Actually, I guess we'd get right into our weeks.
That sounds like a great idea.
Hey, Pokéy Dokie. So I had a cool little adventure today. I went to Birmingham. That's Alabama, not like
Down south?
Birmingham. Birmingham.
Down
Birmingham?
south?
Down south. And so their downtown is really packed, more so than our Huntsville downtown. I mean, it's bigger. I mean, there's, like in square mileage. Is that a thing?
Sure. Both of them are.
But the thing is, it's more dense, and I didn't quite understand why there were so many Pokéstops so densely packed together. I mean, there were some of them that was kind of hard to click on one because one was so close to another
Oh,
one.
wow.
And
I thought there had to be certain
I did too.
distance.
And so we have a couple places in Huntsville where the portal density and ingress is really dense, but when it got translated over, when Pokemon Go came out, they removed probably like half of them so that there's a little bit of space in between each one.
Right.
So I don't know what happened to downtown Birmingham, but if you're close to that around Alabama, I would suggest to go right now. It's lots of nice rares. Well, not super rare. I got a bunch of uniques at least. But just a lot of hacky goodness over there.
That's awesome. And just constant.
Yeah, we did a couple loops.
Jelly.
We kind of drove around and just spin. I exceeded my inventory again. Every time I farm, I exceed my inventory, and then I have to upgrade my bags. So this is the second time I've upgraded my bags by 50. That costs 200 coins every time I do that.
And can you do that forever? Is there a max? Do we know a max yet?
Don't know a max yet.
Seems like there'd be one, but maybe not. I guess you just keep buying.
Yeah, could be. But for now, I'm good. And So on the way back from Birmingham, I had kind of forgotten that there was a speed limit. That was weird.
That was very weird.
I had forgotten that there was a speed limit for catching Pokemon because I hadn't really experienced that around town. I don't really drive that fast, I guess, or something. But we were going 70 on the highway, and every time I tried to catch something, it would pop back out of the ball, and then it would dust, puff of smoke, and it's out. And I was like, oh my God, everything is doing that. And then I thought, oh, that's right, there's a speed limit. Because I remember the speed limit on spinning a Pokéstop, obviously, but I had forgotten there was one on actually like flicking balls at Pokemon. So
okay.
So don't try to catch.
But it must be pretty fast. Like I thought it was like low, like 20 something,
30
kilometers
miles,
or
30,
something,
35, something like that.
But I mean, when I'm driving to work, I have no problems. I mean, not that I'm doing it while I'm driving.
70. Constantly for a long time. So I guess,
Oh, and it's like the thing where if like you're in an airplane, like you could get locked out in ingress if you like flew and then like immediately started like doing stuff because you were going so fast.
Oh yeah, because you're going way faster.
Yeah, scanner locked or something. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, in ingress. Scanner locked.
So be careful getting off airplanes. They might have fixed it.
That's true.
Don't know.
But anyway,
it sounds like you had fun.
Yeah. So I tried to out level you this week because last week we were at level 12,
right?
And both of us. So we thought, okay, next week we'll let you know what our levels are because it's a fun little.
It's not a competition.
Side quest. And I was like, I'm totally gonna beat Brent this week. Oh, he's gonna be on the show and he's gonna cry. It's gonna be so sad, but so funny for me. So I saved up all my evolutions and I had 10 evolutions all saved up, and I was like, yeah. So I had a lucky egg. I'm going to drop that bad boy and a incense. Why not? Just for fun.
Why?
So
okay.
Well, I was in the car and I was
running out of room.
I'm going 70, so I kind of wasted it. But anyway, so I popped 2 eggs and started evolving like a madman. So normally it's 500 XP per evolution, so I'm getting 1,000 per pop, and also thinking I'm catching things, and I wanted to get extra XP for that, and that was a waste. But so I got about so that would be 10 evolutions. That's 1,000. That's 10,000. That's pretty decent. That's a whole level for some people, but I was
decent.
Jumping from 14 to 15 when I did that. So now I'm 15 and a half because I did a little play before. But honestly,
and now you need 20K level.
Yeah, I know, right?
It pops up.
So like I thought I was doing pretty good because I had done that savings, but also I lost a couple of days this last week because the servers were down. So there were entire days where I just didn't do anything.
Right.
And I was hoping maybe they're down for Brent too, so I'm not really getting behind. not that this is competition or anything. So anyway, yeah, I had a good time. So
well, let me ask you something before I talk about my week. Do you get everything that you see? Like all the Pidgeys? Are you one of the people who are like, I don't need any more Pidgeys?
Well, I do until I run out of red Pokeballs, the regular ones. When I have the great ones or the Ultra or the blues, I still forget the name. I kind of slow down. I don't feel like I should waste those on just rats and Pidgeys and Eevees and stuff like that. So, so I slow down, yeah. But if I have enough reds, I'm popping everything I can.
Because that's what I do too. And like I saved like all my evolutions up, and I popped a lucky egg, and I did them all. And
so how many evolutions did you save?
I didn't count it, but I got like 24,000 XP.
24,000?
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I did. So you
I was
had
like
24.
15 and got into 16.
It's 1,000 per evolution if you popped an egg. So
well, isn't there something else you get XP for while you're?
Oh yeah. So you get an extra 500 normally if it is a new evolution. Yeah. And I did that actually once. I remember that. So you could have
gotten something.
Yeah,
new.
evolved some new ones. Yeah.
Which I think I probably did a few. I mean, most of them were like Pidgeys, but they're like I went through everything, and I was kind of surprised because there were some that I'm like I don't remember catching this many. Like, do you just get random candies sometimes for catching something? Do evolutions? Because evolution
you
something
catch
that I didn't have
something-
before, and I had 23 candy for that
Really?
one thing.
Well, you'll get more than one for catching. Like if you catch something, you might
Right,
get
you
three.
get 3.
Yeah.
And then you get 1 for trading them in.
Uh-huh.
So most of the time,
Oh,
that's like,
so you're asking, like, do you get any more otherwise, like in some other way?
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how, because
don't know.
today I evolved something. I don't even remember now, but it was the first time I got it,
Okay.
and I had 23 candies for that one dude. And so either I'm a moron and I actually got one before,
It
or
shares the candy on that evolution line, like that line of Pokemon. Like if you evolve a creature, it might use the same egg as the previous.
right,
So maybe that's what you're seeing?
could be. I don't think so, but it could be.
Well, next time,
It could
read
be.
the actual candy because it'll say the name on it. So
Right.
It might not have been the egg of the actual creature that you
And I
had.
feel I'm not that stupid, but I can't.
You coulda-
I can't like guarantee.
Or I could just be making this up.
No, you're not. You're not, because you're absolutely right.
No. You're right.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's fantastic.
But I also,
Tremendous.
I played a night with my son. My son and I went down to Bridge Street and we ran around and captured a few towers, got some Magikarps because there's a fountain down there.
That's cool.
And I thought of this idea for a business this week.
Oh yeah, making money.
Pokemon business, right? The incubator. So, and we kind of discussed this a little bit. We got to come up with boxes where people can lock their phones in, but then we just drive their phones around slowly, so it's basically right on the edge of as fast as you can go to incubate something.
Right.
And then you just have like it'll be like 1,000 phones in your car. People doing this while they're working, or just
So you
at
go to
home.
somebody's work and they meet you in the lobby, and you present them a lockbox, and they put their phone in there, and they maybe you give them the key, or they spin a lock.
like the
and
chargers coming out of it.
They choose their own number, because. Would you trust some weirdo to drive home around with your phone? So
already
some
a
way
weird idea.
You need to preserve their privacy.
A mug shot.
Yeah.
Maybe some sort of because some
Collateral.
businesses have to get special insurance, like if they come work at your house or stuff, so you know that they're safe.
Oh, okay.
So we get something like that. But then we just drive around. We just got bunches of phones, maybe even record players in the car going with them spinning while you're driving. So they're getting like this weird, like rotations on rotations.
Oh, yeah.
And some going from fans, like hitting you in the face as you're driving, but you're just incubating.
Incubate machine.
Maybe stuff outside the car, like people can pay extra to have.
So really, you're not even like driving around aimlessly. All you're doing is driving from client to client.
Bingo. That's the magic.
And then when you're done for the day, you say you've worked 8-10 hours that day. You drive. You drop off all the phones. Everybody's happy. You walk away with a big old bag of cash. I don't know why.
You turn them in for lucky eggs.
You do, and then you leave a little cash trail like a cartoon as you drive away, and then, that's how I imagine it in my head. At least it's like a
think
Bugs
we're
Bunny
there.
cartoon.
I think we are definitely there. And then we did we talk about the Hardee's dude yet?
No,
We
so
skipped over
yeah,
that.
right before we got here at the
I
studio,
don't know why I called him dude.
we went to Hardee's, which is what is it called on the
Carl's
West Coast?
Jr.
Carl's Jr. Yeah, it's the burger place or whatever, and they have tacos too, which I've never tried. I'm always kind of afraid of those.
Don't be.
We went there and got some food on our way here, and the guy working in the drive-thru saw our phones, or maybe overheard us talking about Pokemon, and he starts talking to us. What did he say? To get here at 7:00 because all of the Pokemon are running nuts, and
I don't.
bears
It
come out.
doesn't happen like that, does it? Like you don't want to like.
It's
but
promotion.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe Hardee's got a special deal with a Nintendo.
So yeah, he basically, hey, can you pull up forward, please, while we cook your chicken? Okay. So we pull up. He comes out, delivers the food, and he's like, "So, what's your levels? Hey, what's your highest CP?" And we just start talking to the guy, and we're like, "Oh, by
All
the way,
Pokemon.
PGO Radio, check us out. We're on YouTube." And
Come on.
he's like, "Really?" So anyway,
So you're out there right now. I'm pretty sure you didn't tell us your name. You should tell us your name. We would have made you famous.
so shout out.
So the Hardee's dude in Madison, Alabama.
Hardee's dude. Let us know. Comment on this YouTube video or somewhere.
Send us an email, tweet us. Because you tweeted us right at Hardee's.
Mm-hmm. And thanks for the chicken sandwich. It was really good.
And the triple bacon bypass thing was great too. So, speaking of bypass, let's bypass out to the next segment. We're sad to leave the other one.
They didn't sound too happy about this segment.
Well, but that's because we have so much other stuff in the show. We're going to forego news, but we got a couple stories real quick to tell you about. First, Japan launch Friday.
Oh yeah,
was that last Friday? This Friday. Went great. They loved it. Japan loved it. Servers are struggling.
Yeah, servers are struggling.
Go figure, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. And we were supposed to have Andrew Krug from Niantic on tonight, but unfortunately they're so busy with the releases that he's going to wait until all the they've released everything, and then he's going to come back on the show and talk our ears off about some really cool Nintendo Niantic stuff. So
yeah, that's right.
Stay tuned and listen for that. Also, have you heard of carping, Eric?
Is that sounds dirty?
It's a new way to people are trolling people with Pokemon Go. I don't know if it's really trolling, but so what people are doing is they're loading up gyms with Magikarp. Because they can't attack, right? They're and so they'll just. But you see the carp on top of the tower.
I did see a picture of someone saying they were trolling with. Okay, gotcha. Carping.
So that's the new thing in. If you see it, it's there. And that was my son was telling me the carp. In the original series, it could attack. So that's
okay.
It is what it is. And I love that they're going back and really kind of making the gameplay fit the actual series. My kids and I, and even my wife, started watching the first Pokemon series again.
From 97?
And it was like Rattata and Pidgey, and I was like, I feel like I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
But I only watched for 10 minutes, and then I did something else. But I'm going to go back and watch the original series.
Oh, yeah, it's on Netflix. All of them, so many of them series are on Netflix.
I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Also, Pokemon Go, iTunes has confirmed, or Apple has confirmed, Pokemon Go breaks iTunes records. So there's no official word on the number, but it is official. They have, they're big. Like, no one knew that. What, 15 million? Something like that?
Wow. Yeah.
So, of course, the show is going to be 16 million, because we always get millions more people than the games we cover.
Yeah, that's true.
This is how it works.
PGoRadio on iTunes. Just broke it.
So get in now. And man, I didn't put that link we talked about putting in here.
What was that too?
Well, we've got a thing we used to do with the shaft that we thought we were going to do. Actually, we can still do it. I found it. If you go to DeepBot, that's DEEPBOT.TV/donation/PGoRadio. And we'll put this in our Twitch and everything as well, so you can look in the description.
Yeah,
and stuff
like
to
a
find
URL
it.
shortener.
Yeah. Well, we'll get all that done, but just look in the comments and or
description.
Rewind. And if you want to sponsor a future show, you can go there and do it. And it has all the directions there. It's just like always, $10 to sponsor a show. If you're a company or a website, someone that wants to promote your website, it's $25. But just do it there. We'll get your message and we will air it on the show.
Yeah, whatever you want to say, something short, little message, and we'll read it at the beginning of the show. And we might read it in a weird accent or voice or something.
Yeah, and if you just want to help out the show and you only have $1, you can, or actually I think $2 is the minimum, but you can go there and donate $2 and you can get on the donators list.
Yeah,
which is just a list, and we'll definitely mention
really awesome.
everybody.
Yeah, and we will love you forever.
So thanks a lot, and we do use DeepBot in the chat, so we'll get that working because there's some fun games, and we're gonna make them like Pokemon based and be able to play Pokemon in the chat, which will be a lot of fun. So join us on twitch.tv each week as well for the show live. But besides negative stuff in the news, and I don't always like going over that crap because we know people are going to like get run over and there was like a fatal crash and things like that. Like there's no reason to really talk about and go into details. We know it's going to happen because there's 15 million or more people doing something, and when you have that many people doing anything, people are going to do stupid things.
Something bad will happen. A guy ran into a parked police car. Did you see that one?
And you got to be like, oh
yeah, oopsie. But instead of talking about all that, we're gonna do this. Is this the segment that we don't have a bumper for?
That was the bumper I was doing.
What?
That one I just did.
Oh, this was the bumper? Okay. Yeah. So that meant Pokemail call. Yeah. So we got some mail, voicemail, and some written mail, and we're going to play it. And it's going to be
maybe we'll play it.
Yes.
Maybe we won't play it. Do you want to read this first one here?
This one from Jesus E. Vesquez. Jesus?
Yes,
Vesquez.
Jesus. You got to talk about it. When Jesus emails you, you have got to put it in the show.
From Twitter, he says, talk about the 3-step bug, please. I don't know what it is. So this is a bug that still hasn't been fixed. I know this has annoyed a lot of people, and I know it's frustrating for players and, of course, Niantic, who are really, I'm sure, trying.
Hates bugs too, right?
Yeah, they got to.
I promise you, they hate every bug that's in there worse than you do. Just coming from like programming, you know it. Like you live with those bugs and you sleep with those bugs, and you want them out as fast as possible.
Kinky. So this is the nearby filter on the bottom right of your scanner screen, whatever it's called. What is it called? It's scanner and ingress. It's
your Pokéy viewer.
Yeah, the viewer, I guess. Your main screen. And so nearby, you click it. It shows you it tries to show you how many steps the Pokemon are from you. So one step would be, well, they all equal a certain amount of meters. So one step could be like 5 meters, and then 2 steps like, I don't know, 20, and then 3 is like 50. I don't know. I'm just making those numbers up. But the thing is, right now, actually for like a week or two, that feature has kind of gone away. And right now, all of the Pokemon are registering that they are 3 steps away, meaning that they are all very far. And no matter what you do, you will never get close to one of these, or it'll never at least register that you are. So it's making hunting kind of frustrating for people because it's a useful tool. Yeah. So, I mean, some people have said, well, you can still see what's closest to you because on the top left, it will be what's closest to you, and you can see them shuffle. But I don't know that to really be true.
I don't think it always works like that because I think it's like once you're talking like this distance, because kind of I think what happened is they went from like a street level to a city level, and so now it's like. It's just the sizes is off. I mean, you know, it's just like where it is. And when they're saying like, well, now they throw everything that's in that same area together. And I don't think they're going to start calculating, the shortness and stuff. And so you can be 5 miles away from something. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get to it before it switches or something, you know?
Right.
So, but in a nutshell, that's kind of the bug. And I'm sure they'll fix it hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah. So, yep, the 3-step bug.
And now we got a call in from John Maz.
Woohoo. Hey, guys, this is John Maz from Boston. I just want to say I love the show already. You guys are awesome. It's great to hear you guys together on a podcast again, and I'm really looking forward to what you're going to come up with. I'm listening. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks, Maz.
That's awesome. John was from our Control Point days, and always submit stuff and art, and
he sponsored the show many times.
He
was
did.
Very generous and very nice, and just a cool guy. We played games with him all the time.
He's married now.
Almost 10 years ago. 2007 is when we started that show. Yeah, he's married now.
I guess we probably shouldn't be giving out personal information. But if you want to go, send a message to his wife. Her email is... No, just kidding. Sorry, John. Actually, he's not married. He's alone by himself. Forget everything I just said. Next phone call is here.
Greetings, PGO Radio. R. Smalek here. I would love to see the ability added to this game to show street names and location names on your Pokemon Go map as you're walking around. I think that would be really cool, and it would be an awesome way for kids to get to know the streets in their neighborhood, basic sense of direction, etc. That's something that I know as a kid I didn't really learn too much till I was, in my teens and riding my bike out beyond the neighborhood and then driving. But I think it'd be cool for kids to start getting awareness of that earlier through a game. And I think it'd also be cool because I wouldn't have to be using my Google Maps anymore. I can just hold Pokemon Go up and tell how to get from place to place. All right, love the podcast so far. Can't wait to hear more episodes.
It's our good friend Ron.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, Ron Smalek, by the way, another really good friend. So having the names on there. So what do you think? Like just being able to turn on and off a filter, kind of like in Google Maps or something, possibly.
Yeah. Like if like there was no limits, because right now we want them to fix the servers and
not
get everything
anything
running and not add anything that's going to add to that. But let's say everything's fixed and it's like add whatever. Like let's make this Waze, like, but with Pokemon.
Right,
if you want. Like, give me let me set directions and give me a path, and then do fun things along the way that's Pokemon stuff, and let me know when there's Pokestops nearby. And
I mean, I often navigate with the game open. I did today, driving to Birmingham. We went to a lot of different places, like on business or whatever, but like had to navigate to places we haven't been to. And of course, I'm looking at the map going, oh, wait, no, I think you turn left because if you go right, I see a dead end. I mean, I don't need to know the names per se, but I'm like, nope, don't go that way. But the names would be totally nice.
Helpful.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
I don't know about putting like directions into it though.
Is that too much?
Well, I don't know. Like say you
maybe too much.
If you click on a gym that you can see and then you say navigate to. Ingress has this.
Yeah.
They have a navigate to button, but all it does is it tells you how many meters you are from that.
Right.
But if you click something that you can see, a Pokéstop, and then it has a navigate to button, and all it does is paint a line to it, I don't think that's a big deal.
I'm sure it's in the next update. It's probably that easy.
I don't know.
Think so?
But you could probably navigate to something anyway just by looking like, well, take a left, take a right. I don't know. Maybe we're getting a little crazy. I do like the names of the roads, though. That was a good idea.
Also, Ron's got a YouTube channel and does some Pokemon Go blogs over there. So just go to youtube.com/RS Ron, I guess R Smalek.
R Smalek. RSMALEC. R Smalek.
My head's gone. My head's. Wait, Eric.
Is your green screen?
Do you want to get
again?
this last piece of mail?
Oh, yeah. Do we have some mail?
You got it pulled out of my head. Isn't that great?
And today we have this envelope here. Let's listen to it.
Hey guys, this is Rhiannon. I've been hearing stories about boyfriends caught cheating playing Pokemon Go and stuff like that, but I'm wondering if you've heard any stories about couples meeting playing Pokemon Go, because there must be a lot of them, I would think. I am not so secretly hoping to meet my next boyfriend playing Pokemon Go, so if Eric is ever up in the Maine area and he wants to tweet out any Pokestops he's planning on hitting up, I fully support that.
I'm totally flattered, but I do have a girlfriend, so I'll throw that out there.
You don't got to mention that on the show. Just kidding, Kim.
But that is
Kim's gonna beat me now.
That is a good question.
That is a good question.
I think it might just be too early in the game where we haven't really heard any stories of people hooking up and stuff. It seems like it would totally happen. If this kind of thing happens with people in World of Warcraft, in which strangers that don't even see each other, that are represented by some muscular night elf and some scantily clad blood elf, I mean, if they get together and then they meet each other in real life and then are still attracted and then date, I mean, if all those things come true, I think it's totally true that you would meet a real person like in real life for the first time at a Pokéstop and date. I think it's more likely.
Definitely join a group or, things like that.
Yeah, and that actually is a great segue to Pokéy Dates.
Pokéy Dates.
And here is a company that has created an app to, it's a service that will match you up with someone
Other Pokemon
at
players.
a Pokéstop or maybe a gym or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Now it's Project Fix Up.
right. So it's under that service. Like that's already an existing dating service. So really the way it works is that you put in a number of attributes and then
like a dating site thing.
yeah, and then available times. And it matches you up with someone and gives you a time and a place, and you go and see if
and
the
play
fireworks
Pokemon
happen.
Go. Yeah, and now I think this isn't like they have a web page that's Pokéy Dates, but I think this is just like a page that's like trying to get you to use their Project Fix Up. But they're doing that, so you can use that if you want to find other people playing Pokéy Date. Pokemon. But you can also just go down to your local Pokéstop, especially one that's serving some beverages. Sit back, have a couple, beverages at your favorite Pokéstop, and find someone there.
Yeah.
And talk to them and say hi.
And it's so easy
play
to
Pokemon.
talk. Like we're talking to strangers all the time. I mean, it's so
the
easy.
dude at Hardee's.
Yeah, because you instantly have something in common, and that's the one barrier that keeps people from wanting to talk to each other. It's like, well, I don't want to just randomly talk to people. That's weird, and you have to think of something to say. So yeah,
Dude, follow me. Let me show you where I found this cool Pokemon. Don't follow him. Don't do that.
I got candy in this van over here.
Right? I got some Magikarp candy. You need 400. Follow me.
So anyway, thanks for the call, and I do hope you find someone out there.
Yeah, thank you so much for the call. Calls are awesome. Speakpipe.com/PGoRadio.
Yes.
Now, and if you have an idea for the game, that's where we have this segment called Evolution Revolution. And Ron Smaley's call was supposed to go there, but I screwed up. So forgive me.
And we have an awesome bumper on its way. It's being worked on by a master, someone who has created
Been there, done that?
award-winning bumpers for us in the past. I'll just say that much and leave it there. But we will have this bumper here very soon. So anyway, this is a segment where you suggest things that you would like to see in the game. So Brent,
Yes, sir.
you want to go first?
Sure.
Oh, you're supposed to say Pokéy Dokie.
Oh, crap. Pokéy Dokie. Pokéy Dokie.
Pokéy Dokie.
So, I'll be honest with you. You were talking about running out of red balls. I ran out of red balls this week.
You did?
And all I had was blue balls.
Uh-oh.
Just having blue balls is not a good thing. So I ponied up some cash and I bought some coins and I got some red balls because I was sick of my blue balls. Actually, I ran out of blue balls too.
You did?
So I was out of balls. And when you're looking at a dude, a Poke dude, and you're like, and it says at the bottom, no balls. You're like, I've got balls. You can't tell me I don't have balls. And then you're like, I guess I don't have balls. So
It's like a AC/DC song or something.
I bought big balls.
So that's how they get you.
So that's how they get you.
They
got
give
me.
you. They throw a big rare. They know when you don't have balls, and they throw a rare out there.
I think
would that be?
that would suck. But so I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to throw a ton of money at this game, but I'll throw $10-20. I figured I would buy enough so at least I would get like the extra balls from getting like the 200 balls, right?
Well, didn't you level? You leveled to 15. You get a good care package at 15, and then you went all the way to.
You run out of that stuff.
What level did you get to?
I'm 17.
Oh yeah, 17. So you did beat me.
Yeah,
On our little
I forgot to say
competition.
that. Yeah, I got
Did you?
17.
Were you afraid to make me cry?
I don't want you to cry.
Well, I'll cry after the show.
Okay, I'll hold you. So and I ran out, and so anyway, I was going to buy the 200 balls.
Okay.
Because if I'm going to go big or go home, I'm going to have some balls. And you know what it said to me? Not enough room.
Did you have to buy an upgrade for 200 coins?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to like buy more crap, and so I just bought 100 balls. So I lost like But anyway, I was just kind of pissed that it's like, oh, I'm trying to give you money. And they're like, well, you already gave us the money. Now you're trying to spend the coins.
Right, yeah.
And it seems like they should do something like let you stash these balls. Like if you buy something, especially 200 of, that maybe they shouldn't count towards your inventory.
Okay.
It's like I play a game called Black Desert Online, and if you purchase anything, it goes into this purchased inventory.
Oh, really?
Like if you dyes and things that that you would run out of space if they were in your main inventory, so they go into the secondary purchased inventory, and that's unlimited space.
Wow.
That gets you. Oh well, I'll buy more stuff because here's what else happened. Let me tell you more.
I'm listening.
Pokéy Dokie. So I bought 100 balls. The next stop goes, you don't have enough inventory space. So I was right at like what, 450 or 400 or whatever.
400, 350. I think you start.
Okay,
with.
so I bought some extra space. Leave me alone.
So you're up to 500 or
No, 450.
Oh, okay.
So just leave me alone. It happens. There's addictions.
Yeah.
And so now I'm really pissed because I'm like, well, I just bought those balls and now I lost the free balls because I bought balls. Right?
Yeah.
So give me that purchased inventory where I keep my purchased goods and it won't keep me from getting. Because, see, being able to still accrue the free stuff at the same time as having purchased stuff
Right.
and then use the free stuff before the purchased stuff, I think is only fair. And I think more people would be willing to buy 200 balls if it was like, well, these are kind of only when I run out. Right?
Yeah. Like balls in reserve.
Yeah. Yeah. So put my balls in reserve. How about you, Mr. Loser?
All right.
That's because
I'm still gonna
you're
cry
only
after the show.
15. What are you, 16 or 15?
15.
2 levels ahead of you.
Next week, though, watch out.
We'll see. Are you gonna catch up? You're gonna catch up next week.
It's gonna be tough. But,
Are you gonna steal my phone?
I am.
Don't steal my phone.
I am. I'm gonna
Okay.
steal it. Anyway, so this week I would like to add a. What did I want to add? I forgot. It's spinning to win. Wait, no. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Hold on here. I remember. Okay. So today I had to figure out what all I wanted to evolve, and it took a long time. Time was of the essence. I had opened up a lucky egg. Time was ticking, and all I could do is sit there and click on every Pokemon class or creature and see if I could evolve it or not. Because honestly, I'd saved up so many evolutions that I couldn't remember all the different evolutions that were ready. So, in the filtering system where you can filter by CP or by name
Right.
or whatever, a filter by most candies, maybe, or even better yet, a little icon, a little star, a star means favorite, but a little
Pokeball.
an icon, maybe a highlight, maybe a glow around it, something.
Yeah, to let you know.
Yeah, some sort of
I like
indicator.
this.
And it means, hey, you have evolutions ready to go right there. Not
like that.
upgrades. Who cares? Everybody can upgrade. Evolutions are the rare thing. That's what people want. That's what gets you XP.
Yeah.
Why don't you treat it with some respect? I want to see a glow. I want to see a little
Like a
halo,
glow.
something.
I like that idea because you waste time like looking for evolutions, and you got that 30 minutes when you got that egg going, right? So it's like, what? And you're like sweating, and you're like, God, damn, get some extra points.
And then you freaking crash into a cop car. And then you spend the night in jail. And they take your phone away.
That
And then you're like yelling through the bars. You're like, hey, can you upgrade Eevee for me?
And then you got to start smoking just to get smoked in the jail to buy a cell phone from Diggy, who's the guy who goes out and gets the crap off the street. And
that's
stuff.
right. And then you get hooked on crack, and then you cut your own arm off.
I don't
know how
that
that-
somewhere. So that's an awesome idea.
Isn't that great?
Without all the prison stuff. Speaking of prison stuff, Rapid Ninja 42 had an idea in the chat room, and he said, I would like to see a radar put in the game. It can be done via teams. If people from your team catches a Pokemon that is 3 steps away from you, there should be like a GPS path and a radius circle that gets smaller as you get closer to the Pokemon. I don't really know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, just like an indicator that is I mean, there's many games that
so
have
if your
that.
team has it, they basically share the location of the Pokemon. So you know where to go to find it now. If they're within 3 steps of you.
Right.
I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
We've
I
got
think so.
something for him that's similar for everybody.
Well, that's...
You just stay tuned to the show.
Wait, we do? What do we have?
Well, I'll let you know.
Oh, it's a surprise for me, too? Sweet. So I like that. That's more team play, too.
Yes. I really would love to see more team play.
I would, too.
I'm saving those ideas.
Oh, that's a good one. Rapid Ninja 42. Thank you, sir.
Last idea from the chat room. Old JBJ Blaze says, I just want Pokemon Go to be compatible with a Jelly Bean, which I assume is some stupid Android thing.
4.0, I think.
It's an old Android thing.
I don't know, man.
It would suck if it did, I bet.
Yeah, it's just like the frame rate would be... I don't know. I think that's for a good reason, but I get you. I mean...
Yeah. Like, you want to play. Like, see, here's the problem. And so I'm warning you against this because I've been through this. My family wanted to play this as like a family thing, and we're going out there. My daughter has like an iPod. And so she would tether her iPod to like one of her phones. Mm-hmm. But it's just not fast enough. It could download it and play it, but it's just like besides all the crashing that like people with modern phones and stuff are experiencing, I mean, she just could not catch it. And every time it would freeze, crash. So she just kind of got to where she just didn't want to play the game at all. And so now she's like, even though we're like, no, use mom's phone or use, this or that, she's just like, I don't really care. So it kind of screwed her off the game completely.
Yeah.
So wait till you get something a little bit stronger. The phone companies are coming out with stupid deals, oddly enough, to coincide. I mean, one of them is giving out, we talked about last week, is giving out free data to Pokemon Go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so I have a Nexus 5, and the frame rate is sometimes not so great in dense areas, especially around allures and just like downtown, like a dense pocket of stops. I mean, it struggles a little bit. Other than that, it's pretty nice frame rate. But when I met one of my friends, Jake, he has a Nexus 6X or P or whatever the best one is. It was like silky smooth, and we're standing at a double lure, spot. So, and it was just like, I looked over his, and it was just like, looked like it was 60 frames a second. I'm like, dude, really? That's awesome. So I know it's lame, but I kind of want to upgrade mine, but I don't need to. The thing is, those who really need to, I don't know. I guess it's just a good excuse to. I mean, it sucks, but
call your phone company and say, look, I've been with y'all for a long time, and I'm thinking about switching. What can you do for me?
Tell him
don't get into another plan if you don't have to. But I know our phone plan actually offered to give us, if we added them to our phone plan, free iPhone 5s.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we're going to do it just because there's other offers out there. But what I'm saying is your cell phone companies may work with you. I really wish Niantic would come out with something that worked with like a DS or a standalone device that you could play the game with. But I don't know how you could do it and not make it super expensive.
Just needs a GPS chip in it, which I hear aren't very expensive.
That's true. They seem to be in just about everything.
Yeah. Because you don't
I got one in my butt.
Well, and you need a camera.
Do you have to have the camera, though?
Well,
because I turned mine off.
Yeah, so that's a great thing, actually, for next week.
We'll talk about it next week.
Well, if we just had one question, actually, to throw out there for if you want to contribute, just a random thing, is let us know if you use AR mode and let us know your thoughts. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts on it? How does your phone act or respond to it? It's just, an AR question for you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I love it. It looks cool, especially when you're outdoors. If I'm inside on my computer and it's just sitting on, like, there's a EV on my screen as I'm looking, or on my keyboard, I'm like, eh. But if I'm standing outside and it's standing on the road and there's a cool shadow, like, I just think that's fun. But I turn it off when I'm in the car, and I kind of forget to turn it back on. So it's just off AR mode. But the reason for, if I'm in a car, you should probably all turn it off when you're in a car, because cars turn, they rotate, they turn, and when you turn, your GPS turn. I mean, and then you have
when
to
you're
turn.
driving and having to like look behind you to
if
catch
you
a
were
Pidgey.
and then you hit a cop
Horrible.
car. Then you hit a cop car and you spend the night in jail. But as a passenger, I have to rotate around. I'm looking behind me. I'm like trying to catch that. I'm trying to flick my ball, but just turn AR off. And it's always centered. It's always the same distance. It's the same flick every time. It's simple. Yeah. I just love the look of AR. So I'm torn between the two. But
torn, I tell you, or he tells you.
So. But anyway, call in next week. I think that's an interesting.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll tweet it out too. We need to remember to tweet that out.
Right. Yeah.
Now we've got a lot of stuff to go, but we're almost out of time. But let's hit like some of these links. Okay. Save some for next week. All right. And then move on. I already thought of an idea for next week. It's awesome for Evolution Revolution. Let us know your ideas too. Send them in. You can tweet us or email all the stuff. We'll go back and listen and look at the show notes, blah, blah, blah. Resources and links. Pikachu, I see links and resources. Oh, I forgot to do the news bumper. Resources and links. Second bumper. So, the Pidgey calculator. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay, so there's a calculator now out there that you go to, and it's just Pidgey Calc, Pidgeycalc, and you basically pick your Pokemon. Like, and they have them listed by candy, so you can see the ones that take. Anyway, you pick it, and then you put in the number of the, like, say I have 10 Pidgeys, and then I have 25 candies, or 25. I calculate, and it says you should transfer 0 Pidgeys before activating your lucky egg. So it basically tells you like when you should use your lucky egg, how many you should transfer first, because you don't get XP for transferring.
Right.
So save your time by figuring out what you transfer before you evolve. Right, because sometimes you have to evolve or transfer a few to evolve that last one.
Right.
So this one's like, okay, no. Transfer them first and then evolve.
Yeah, because if you have 3 evolves and 4 Pidgeys, that means you can ditch 1 and evolve the 3. Because if you ditch 2 and try to evolve 3, but you only have 2 Pidgeys, that's impossible. You have to catch another. So this is kind of like figuring out managing your inventory and the amount of candies you have.
And it'll even tell you, on average, it'll take about 1 minute to evolve your Pidgeys. Like, it'll tell you how long it's going to take to evolve it.
Oh, that's cool.
And it says, recommendation, don't use any lucky eggs until you evolve at least 58 more Pidgeys.
Oh.
For whatever reason. But then you can reset and then go to the next one. And at first it was just Pidgey. That's why it's called Pidgey Calc. But now it looks like they've started adding in basically everything. It looks like all of them that... Yeah, they look like they're all there. So
that's kind of cool.
We'll put all these in the show notes. One I did want to talk about just quickly is there's a bunch of people doing cool stuff in the name of Pokemon Go, which I think is awesome. And if you find it around your town or you want to start something, just do it. There's things where people are picking up trash while playing Pokemon Go. Help get your kids do it. It teaches them a great, like, hey, let's keep our world clean while we're doing this, having fun. I even saw a pet. It's like a for homeless pets. Whatever that's called, a pet shelter or whatever they call it. Animal shelter. Right. They were putting little jackets on them and keeping them warm and snuggling with them. No, they were charging people to walk the dogs. They said for $5 you can walk our dogs so you don't look stupid.
Like
playing
dog,
Pokemon Go. So it looks like you're out walking your dog.
That's cool.
And they said people were doing it. Like they were actually running out of pets to walk.
Weird.
Yeah, like whatever. But anyway,
that's helpful.
Do some good crap in the name of Pokemon.
And by the
Go.
way, I think they're called dog hobos.
Dog hobos, Dogobos,
and cat.
Are those on
cat
Tatooine or wait? No, it's the Dogobo system
Get a
with
job,
Yoda.
You dog.
Oh, I don't know where
Dogobo.
Isn't that where Yoda's from? The Dogobo system.
Yeah, the Dogobo system.
Also, where are the Pokemon? Do you know, Eric?
No, I need to find them.
This is an awesome website. It's got a lot of great stories. It's called Where Are the Pokemon? And they've got some cool tools, trips. tricks and tips and a bunch of that. Who knows? You may see some cool news stories on here. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with Pokemon Go, it's a great place to look.
Where are the
Pokemon.com.
Nice.
Okay, moving on.
Go, go, go.
Pokéy Vision.
Pokéy Vision. That's a big topic this week.
This is one that Jake from State Farm. He sounds hideous. No, his real name's Jack. He's an intern who works where I work. He told me he was using this site over this past week, and he said it was awesome. It's called Pokéy Vision. You can set your location. You can use this on your phone, and it uses an API from Niantic to show when a Pokemon has spawned. It will put it on the map. And so you can see where they are, and it counts down so you can know how long you have to get to that location. And he said it worked great. Like, he would see it on the map, and he would run over there. It was there. And he'd be able to do it. So try it out.
Refresh areas. You could just, like, visit different areas in your town and see what's roaming around.
Yeah, it's like looking at Google Maps, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really slick. This site went down because of overuse. It's very popular right now, but... seems to be working pretty good. I wonder if they're going to shut this down or if this is like not.
Yeah, because this is great, man. I want to find out, like, because you can actually use it also to find out where certain Pokemon tend to spawn. Like, because if they're spawning all the time here, if someone would capture that data and then start analyzing, okay, this area, you could basically just say, what Pokemon do you want? Okay, they spawn in these areas.
Right.
Now change it up from, like, they're spawning now to they tend to spawn here.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Get some statistics going. So that's Pokevision.com.
Do we want to save? Oh, God, let's just go through them. Okay, so just because, and I'm just going to play a piece of this. We won't give you the link because it's like a Facebook thing, but have you heard the Pokemon song?
Let me walk to.
I don't think we play too long either because it's got some music.
Pokemon, let me walk to him. Gonna see me walking down the street, laying down some lure, I'm gonna catch a Charmander. Leaving my home, pull out my phone. Pokemon Go, 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 go,
Go, go, go, go, go, go. Okay.
Nice.
So you can find that one live. 95.5 has it, and you just search for the Pokemon Go, go, go song.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And we'll link to it in the show notes. I was kind of lying about not giving you the link. I don't know why I wouldn't give you the
You
link.
liar.
The last two stories, iPhone case to help you actually capture Pokemon. And are you always missing Pokemon when you throw your Pokeball and try to catch it and your finger just goes to the left or the right? Well, not anymore. Now you can download this file for your printer, your 3D printer, and print out your own iPhone case. Makes it way easier to catch Pokemon.
So, if for listeners of the show that aren't watching this, there's a track, a physical track that prevents your finger from moving off of the flick, the flick track. How do you
flick and swish?
Yeah. So you'll always make a perfect Pokeball flick. Like, it's so weird. So it overlays on your phone. That's pretty clever. I mean, it's really like you have to put it down real quick when it's time to flick, and then you take it off to navigate. You know what I mean? Like you're always taking it off and putting it on.
I think maybe that's why there's all these little areas so you can kind of manipulate it even with the case on.
Oh, okay. Little holes so that you can do.
But yeah, I like the idea if the case was more of a lid that you just close down on top of it.
It's a funny idea, at least.
Yeah, I think that's the correct term.
Funny. It's hilarious.
And I think that's why it's not actually for sale and just like, print it out. We came up with it. It's funny. Haha. The last one was just an image on, or actually a list on how to stream Pokemon Go. We talked about it last week. We're not going to go through it because it's a long steps, but we will put it in the show notes for you.
Cool.
Last segment of the show.
Yeah.
Man.
Show the guy. Go,
Last.
low.
Go. at the gym.
We need a bumper.
It's time to work out.
Woo.
So these are tips and tricks. If you have any, send them in. I've got one for you, Eric.
You do?
Yes.
A tip.
And this may not be a good tip because my son told me, well, that's just common sense, Dad. And I said, well, shut up and go to your room. No, I didn't really. But so your incubators, you got two types, right? You get one that's an unlimited use. You can use it as many times as you want.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while you get another one for leveling
Like
up or
3 use
for,
or something.
That's like, yeah, it's just a few use. Mm-hmm. So, but then there's 3 types of eggs you get: 10K, 5K, and 2K. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, it's best to throw your 2K eggs into the unlimited incubator because you're going to be doing a lot more of those and a lot faster. So if you put them in your limited use ones, you would use those really fast.
Right.
So always put your 2K ones first into the unlimited and your 10Ks into the unlimited. Now, if you're out of both of those, then go to your 5Ks.
So your unlimited, your short ones that you're going to power through all the time.
Yeah.
And then your 10K eggs and your special ones, that's your limited incubators.
Yeah, your limited use incubators.
It seems like that would be very common sense. But honestly, I wasn't really thinking that. Like when it's time for me to incubate, I'm just like, go, do it now. Yeah, and I don't really think about it. But yeah, that's totally makes sense.
Well, I think you said you didn't really have any 2K eggs.
No.
I get them all the damn time.
At the moment, all of my eggs are 5. So I've never even seen a 10. So,
sorry.
But
it's a beautiful sight.
From now on, now that you dropped this tip down here, this beautiful, beautiful tip.
I'll try.
Now it's on my mind, and I'm going to be thinking about it every time I incubate an egg. I'll think of Brent.
So every time you incubate an egg, you freaking think about me, all of you. Isn't that weird? That's kind of weird.
We'll think about you in prison.
So give me the tip, just the tip.
All right.
Just give me the tip, just the tip.
Just the
what?
tip.
My wife's asking something. What? No, I'm not saying for him to just give me the tip. I am actually. Just give me the tip.
This one's all about spinning to win. Spinning to winning. Win to spin. Okay, so you're downtown. This is a tip from today that I kind of discovered that I need to... Well, actually, a friend told me this. I won't take credit for it. Okay. But today I used the crap out of it.
This is a Huntsville friend.
Yeah, a Huntsville friend, yeah. So his name was Jake, too. Shout out.
Jake, I know Jake.
What up?
What up, Jake?
Anyway, so you want to hack... or not hack, you want to spin quickly and move on to the next one. Say you're driving through a downtown. Yeah, you're spinning some stops and you want to keep it going. Your friend is driving. You only have a limited amount of time. You're clicking and spinning. So I used to do this. I used to spin and I would see my items pop up and I would pop each one.
Yeah.
And then close it. Go to the next one. Click. Oh. And by the way,
would you make that noise too as you're doing it?
I would. I really got into it.
I can't really do it.
It's all about the details. So awesome. I noticed too, if you don't pop those in time, they float away and you lose them forever. That happened to me once. I was like, no, you didn't just do that. Yeah. So anyway, but now guess what?
What?
There's a quicker way to pop them rewards.
Pokéy Dokie.
So all you have to do is spin, and when you see your awesome inventory popping up into the little bubbles, just close it out. Go to the next one. As soon as you close that window with the little X at the bottom is what I'm talking about, not closing the app, but just close that window. All those become yours. They're all collected automatically, and you can move on to the next Pokéstop.
Nice. No one can take them from you.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Isn't that
great? Very good tip.
This is a good one.
I'm glad I asked for the tip. What up, Caleb Thurman in the chat room? I think that was an epically Pokemon-packed show. It was like a Poké show.
It was a Poké show.
Do you think it was okay?
It was Pokéy Dokie. So get out there, catch them all. Not me, though. I'm going to catch all of them except for just one.
Which one is that?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Huh.
But anyway... Please give us some reviews on iTunes.
Yes,
this
please.
just came out on iTunes this week, and it'd be great to just let other people know. Interviews, reviews, just help the show climb and help other people see it. Plus, we like to see it just because it lets us know what you think of the show. And very rarely people will just come out and tell us, but it's just a good place to do that. Also, Twitter. We're live on Twitch too. You can come and watch us.
Twitch.tv.
We have some friends watching us right now.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv/PGO Radio. Why do I have to think about that?
I don't know, because it's right there on the title. But if you want to do anything, if you want to send us anything, PGO Radio, Twitter, speakpipe.com, Gmail. It's all the same. PGO Radio. We appreciate everybody who sent in stuff, tips, and everything, callers for this show. It really makes the show so much cooler for us to even do, let alone for other people to hear. So thank you so much. And come back next week for another Pokéy time.
Another healthy dose of poking. That's our new slogan. I forgot to tell you, that's our official slogan.
I'm going to hit the outro now.
Okay. Bye.
You mean... Pokéy Dokie!
Uh-oh. It appears we've come to the end of another hour. But don't worry. We'll be back next week with more Pokemon Go goodness. If you want to contribute, please go tweet us at PGO Radio, email us at pgoradio@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/PGO Radio.
This podcast is part of the Large March Media Network. Visit us on the web at largemarch.media.